All right, it's time to go to the game of the week. The Georgia Bulldogs. How about them? Okay, coming off the road from Tennessee, then they get the bye week. Now they're ready to vibe. Alabama also in a very similar situation. Georgia just laying a field goal at home here in Athens. Now, this line was at 4 preseason. So, again, it moves down a little bit. I guess you're just going to throw away what happened with FSU, which is fair. But you go back to last year, Bama goes up 27-0 in the first half. For those who don't remember, Carson Beck and the crew do try to make it happen. In the second half, Ryan Williams with basically a game-ending catch that broke my heart, and I still have PTSD from it. With that said, we're back. Is anyone here want to tell me the Georgia Bulldogs are winning this game and covering the spread? Tom?
Yeah, I don't really have a strong opinion on the side. I came into this season with just question marks about both teams, and I don't think they've answered that yet. Georgia's defense, as you know, has been steadily declining for 2 years. And then they go to Tennessee and they get rolled. 500 yards of total offense and 41 points. I really don't care what Alabama did against their last two opponents. I just don't look at that stuff. Wisconsin is terrible. They're going to fire their coach. So, but to me, this game looks at, I just think when you look at 52.5, we're still thinking about the defenses that these teams had in the past. I just don't see it. Alabama played Florida State and they pushed them all over the field. I think both offenses have success. I don't think it'll be as crazy as last year's game, but I think 52.5 is a little light here. So I'm going to go over.
Yeah. I mean, all I have to do is look back to Knoxville. It's the most chunk plays I've ever witnessed a Georgia defense give up in my tenure as a Bulldogs fan. Mike, I feel like you're kind of on the same page here with Tom.
Yeah, this one's an over for me. This is the SEC game that we should all be hitting the over on this week, not Ole Miss LSU. Look, 52.5. To me, this should be a minimum 54.5. I mean, a 31-24 game is like, that's like the default outcome in a game like this here for me. I think both teams are better offensively than they are defensively, frankly. I think that they're going to have the ability to score. As Tom mentioned, Georgia's fallen off a lot defensively, at least in terms of surrendering yards as well. I think it's a competitive game, but not going to get in the way of picking a winner here on this one. I think the line is appropriate. When you look at 3, it's essentially implying these teams are dead even on a neutral site field right now. I tend to agree with that, and I'll be betting on offense here.
All right. Rooting for points is always fun. Emory, are you feeling passionate about a side here?
I'll get in the way. I don't care at me. Like, I love fighting. So give me Bama. And I wish Georgia would have played Bama right after Florida State, because what happened with Florida State versus Bama is sometimes you need to get punched in the mouth to kind of give you that shock to your system. Florida State, in this case, serves as a defibrillator for Alabama's offense and program, because they look significantly better regardless of who they played. Is now they got a pulse. Now they have life. And I'm glad you brought up last year's matchup, Kens, because the difference there was Bama had the better quarterback in Jalen Milroe. And now I feel like the quarterback competition between Gunnar Stockton and Ty Simpson sort of even. So that's a wash. But I just like how coming into this ball game, Bama is playing juxtaposed to Georgia. Georgia is surviving. Bama is thriving. So that's going to make for the over that these guys are talking about. But because Bama is playing really well right now, I'm going to take them to win this ball game.
Yeah, it's tough. Listen, I've watched this movie enough times. I do think now that Georgia faced some adversity on the road in Knoxville, I actually do like them better in this spot. What I am willing to do is hedge some happiness here in 2 ways. One being Alabama's first half team total is at 13.5. You can get plus money right now, plus 108 for that over. Bama to score 2 touchdowns in the first half. Like, Georgia does this, that they let teams like this go up early, and that's just what they do. It doesn't make me scared for the full game, not really, but I do think this is probably a situation where you see an 80-yard touchdown or something crazy coming from Ty Simpson, who is playing very, very well. Side note, I do think his Heisman odds will certainly move down to like 10-1 if he wins this game. So willing to give the team total first half for Alabama. Also, a very juicy, or not juicy parlay, like plus 500. You can get Bama first half money line parlayed with Georgia full game money line. Another situation I just feel like Georgia finds himself in a lot with these marquee matchups. So looking to target Bama early, looking to target Georgia late. I don't love putting money on my own fan bases sometimes because I feel like I can't just enjoy the win. Like I had Georgia covering against Tennessee. Should have just been happy they won, but I couldn't be. So that's the situation. That's how I'm going to attack it there.